Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. So much to talk about. The final Raw on the USA Network. Obviously, we move to Netflix next week and honestly, I thought the show delivered. I thought it was pretty solid until we got to the end when we really went to a different level. I thought that main event match of Lyra Io was so good. And then, of course, we got that final segment at Seth Rollins CM Punk. You lot scored it an all-time segment. Like, it wasn't just one of the best segments of 2024. Like, it is up there with, like, an all-time segment. It was so good. What an amazing way to kind of say goodbye to USA Network. Like, to sign off with a segment that was that good. So we've got so much to talk about. But Raw Talk gave us something that was missing from this week's Raw, as much praise as we've got for it. So ATK3, shout out to you. There was actually a promo segment with Karrion and the Final Testament. And actually Karrion was getting a bit annoyed with The Miz. He wanted The Miz to show a little bit more about him. And, Miz was getting worked up. And so Karrion was like, this is what I want to see, right? This is the Miz I've been looking for. Like, you're not going to go anywhere. We are approaching the final showdown. And I will make sure that you are in this till the bitter end. That's what Karrion said to the Miz. So Final Showdown really caught my ear. And then literally a moment later, they showed this graphic on Raw Talk. The Final Showdown is looming. So Final Testament, Wyatt Sicks. We do have Uncle Howdy in the image, but there was nothing. There was nothing on Raw. Raw Talk has got about 5 minutes left to go. I haven't seen anything Wyatt Sicks from Raw Talk other than this graphic and an interview with Karrion and The Miz and Final Testament, but actually nothing from the Wyatt Sicks, which is a bit disappointing, to be honest. But at least we got this, and it's very, very interesting. No dates. It doesn't say next week or 2 weeks' time or anything like that, but they are making it very clear that this is going to come to its conclusion. And we know from rumors that it should be Judgment Day for the Wyatt Sicks after this. So I just wanted to make you aware of that, because I know a lot of you would want to know what happened with the Wyatt Sicks. Where were they? What's going on? Just bring you up to speed. Whenever we get a show, I like to just kind of run through it for those that never got a chance to watch it. Plus, also, some of you might have watched a bit, then had to go away and do some stuff. So I do like to just do a bit of a walk through the shows. We'll try and do it as quickly as we can. So we started off with the New Day, and they were getting booed out the building hard. Jey Uso came down. It was so cool, actually. The crowd were like really negative, really booing, and then just like that, they're yeeting away, having a great time. Like, the contrast between the hatred for the New Day and the love for Jey Uso was quite striking. And Jey simply said, New Day sucks. That really upset the New Day. They got out the ring, started walking away. Then Solo appeared on screen. Quite the look for Tama Tonga. So he appeared on screen. Jey Uso called out Drew, but instead he got Solo Sikoa. And Solo was just making it clear that next week he's going to beat Roman. And then Jey will be acknowledging Solo as his tribal chief. And so we just had that. Whilst Jey was distracted, Drew McIntyre got into the ring. He attacked Jey from behind, laid Jey out. And of course, we would find out later that the match is made next week. Jey Uso takes on Drew McIntyre. That is going to be a lot of fun. Then we went to our first match. So Chad Gable against Otis. And we did get this moment during the match, right, where he rolls through. He manages to get round the back and actually picks him up and deadlifts him. So Chad Gable just deadlifted Otis. Where is it? There it is. Mate, that is so impressive. That is so impressive. Because, like, there's not really much of a jump there from Otis. So he really is, like, deadlifting him. I was so impressed with that. Obviously, Chad would go on to get the victory there. But backstage, we would see Otis being spoken to by the LWO. And Rey Mysterio was like, don't worry, you will get that back. But Otis was still deflated. Jackie said, I'm sorry, I'm on hockey duty this week, but I will be back for the Raw premiere on Netflix. So if you wondered where Jackie was, she was on hockey duty. I think we were going to get Pete Dunne against R-Truth, but Pete Dunne actually attacked R-Truth, so we never quite got to the match. Big E is going to be a part of the Netflix premiere post-show. So apparently it's going to be Joe, it's going to be Wade, and Big E is going to be a part of that post-show as well. Right, then we went to this match. Dakota Kai victorious over Zoey Stark, so she goes through to the next round. Her partner, Eddy Thorpe, said, my king. So Eddy was very impressed with what he saw. So was Big Bronson Reed. I want King Kota to win it all, says Big Bronson Reed. Judgment Day have got new entrance music. Sounds like something a random AEW wrestler would have. It's not very good. I saw a lot of criticism of this music. A lot of people saying Def Rebel, giving one final FU to the WWE fans before they go. We had a look during our live stream, and apparently their contract is up around the end of 2024. So we are pretty close to saying goodbye to Def Rebel. This might be one of their final themes. This might be their leaving present to us. It's not very good. People weren't crazy about it. John Cena's retirement tour officially starts next week. There we go. John Cena starts next Monday, Raw, live on Netflix. Eric and Ivar were in action. It was them with Damian against Judgment Day. They were wearing armbands, which I missed actually, but they were wearing armbands for Jax Dane, an NWA wrestler, former champion, NWA champion, I believe, that very sadly passed away recently. So Jey Uso will face Drew McIntyre. We had that confirmed backstage. Damian Priest pins Dominik Mysterio. Then Finn Balor started attacking him after the match. So that was the end of hour one. I'm breaking them down into hours now because if you joined us for Unseen on Friday, it was a nightmare. Like the whole SmackDown folder just got so messed up. So I think it's going to be better if we do it in hours. So there we go. We had this. I don't know if this was shown in the UK. It certainly passed me by. I never saw it. It might have been shown. But yeah, I mean, this screams Penta, doesn't it? So we've actually got the clip here. So there was the circle. And then this image kind of emerges. And there we go. We are one step closer. So I think if anyone was thinking that it was not Penta, I've got to think their mind has been changed now. But yeah, so there we go. We're expecting him next week. Sheamus came running down to the ring, started attacking Ludwig Kaiser, who was in the ring. So here, Crispy Wrestling said we'll probably get him and Kaiser within the next few weeks. Backstage, New Day are going to face Rey and a partner, and we had plenty of people during our live stream saying that they thought that it would be Penta. Some of the put downs here were amazing from the New Day. They were like, okay, so we're guessing it's going to be you, but who's your partner going to be? Is it going to be one of these Rey Mysterio cosplayers? How about this one that wears a mask? How about this one that wears a hat? How about this one that doesn't have a hat? And then they were like, how about this kid in the 12-inch high shoes, referring to Zelina Vega, which I thought was really savage. But yeah, it was really fun. A lot of people thinking it'll turn out to be Penta that will be Rey's partner. Right, signs of the night. Dom peels his dino nuggies. Wade wears socks in the shower. Pretty fun. Pretty good. Shaq Dizel, shout out to you. I personally don't think there's anything to this, but I know how these things can kind of blow up on social media as well, so it's worth just mentioning. So there is a skull in the background that Rhea has like posed with once. To me, that skull is not symbolic of Rhea. I don't look at that skull and think Rhea Ripley just because she's posed with it before. So for me, that's a bit of a reach. There are the chains, and you can see the chains there as well, which obviously were part of Rhea's kind of logo. So that feels a little bit stronger. And also Rhea can be seen on the screen in the background, but that could just be like a 2K24 type screen that's just got her on, you know? So here the theory is, or it could be nothing, but why is Rhea's stuff, like the skull and the chains, back in the Judgment Day clubhouse? Hashtag noticing. So yeah, I mean, what I would say is I don't think it's anything personally, but these are the kind of tweets that really gain traction on social media. And everyone's going to be talking about them, and everyone will then tag me in them. And I'd much rather include it and go, I don't think there's anything to this, than not include it and then everyone like tag me in it. So we'll keep an eye on it. It's worth keeping. I don't think it's stupid or anything. I don't think there's anything to it personally, but we'll keep an eye on it. Oh, I did love this. This was a backstage moment, right? This woman there. So she tries to get out of the way. She pops back in a second. I'm sure she like shows up again because she kind of tries to get out the way. She doesn't know whether to be, if she's in shot or not. He keeps moving and swaying in the way. So there he is anyway. And where is she? I swear she came back. So here she was. You can see her. She didn't realise. She didn't know. And so she ends up going down there. She goes away. And I swear at some point she kind of re-emerges as a little like, is it clear now? This poor woman got caught on camera and she didn't even mean to. Kofi said Houston, which is where we were tonight, sucks. WWE is officially saying Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan match will be the final one. I don't know if they are officially saying that. It was mentioned it has to end, but I don't know if that's enough for me to say this is, you know, definitely the final showdown, if you will. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I think a lot of people are hoping it will be. So, little bit of a fan, thank you. Obviously, we were heading towards our final match. We were heading towards Seth and Punk. Seth and Punk. That final segment, we're going to get to it, but it was so good. Even WWE retweeted this from Steve Austin. CM Punk just melted my 52-inch TV with a scorching hot promo, delivery, content, attitude. One of the best promos I've ever seen, right? That was from 2011, but they just retweeted it, WWE, because that could have applied to what we saw tonight. And the same would be true for Seth. A lot of people saying who won. I thought it was a draw. I thought they both got in some excellent points. I thought CM Punk came out the gate hot. I thought he was excellent. Certainly that line about taking the ball home. Like, who first said that? Like, do you know how corporate you sound? Where's Becky? Where's the man? Haven't seen her in a while. Did she take her ball home? Ah! I thought Seth was like unloading. I thought Punk was unloading on Seth. And I even said during our watch long, Seth needs to come back here. He's got to come back. And he did. We've got some of the lines. Oh, so good. We're going to get to it. Jose the assistant putting this logo out just less than an hour ago. He was the translator for Penta in AEW, and there is a thought that he could come in with Penta. I don't know that he does, but he could. WWE Ethan, what a promo. This was a quote from it. You took a big chunk of change to go join the competition. How'd that work out for you? That was Seth to CM Punk. Ugh. The final segment for Raw on the USA Network was one of the greatest of all time, says Fades. This was CM Punk, like, afterwards. CM Punk knew that closing segment was special. That's him, like, whew. And this was, he posted this after that segment, so that is CM Punk's reaction to that closing segment. I loved the place I worked. I just hated the guy in charge, and he loved you. CM Punk to Seth Rollins. Oh, mate. Some of these lines. Like, even Triple H. Fire, 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 fire. Can't effing wait. Can't effing wait. Here was Asuka. Asuka just put this out an hour ago, so it looks like she's getting closer towards her return. You bring your fistful of arrows. I'll bring my eyes of fire and my heart full of hate and rage, and I will burn you to the ground. Mate, it was so good. It was so good. Big Bronson Reed said these boys are both gods on the old microphone. Thanks for the shout out, but I could drop both their beep at once. Seth mentioned Colts and AEW. He didn't mention them. He referenced them. They weren't like directly mentioned. My wife left to take a break to raise her kids. I know you don't know what that's like. Oh. This was that line. The man hasn't been around for a while. Did she too take her ball and go home? So good. Honestly, we could keep talking about that promo exchange. It was one of the best segments of the year. Right, Lyra and Io was our final match, and Lyra getting the win in a really, really good encounter. You lot scored it great, 69%. And apparently, I mean, I don't know that this was the first women's match, but apparently Alundra Blaze Ball Nakano was the first women's match on Raw. I could believe it. I would be a little bit shocked, to be honest, but I could believe it. The reason I'd be shocked is because I honestly would have thought we would have done a women's match before that. It's a sorry state of affairs, isn't it? Because we weren't getting to this until quite a long time into Raw's run. So, yeah, really sorry state of affairs. But we're in a much better place now. I mean, don't get me wrong. Amazing. I love both of these women. It's not the quality, it's just how long it took us to get to a women's match. But the show actually ended. The last match on USA Network for the foreseeable future was a women's match, and it was a banger as well. So good. So good. So, yeah, we had all of that. USA Network said thank you, Raw, for all the incredible moments and memories made on the USA Network. So they tweeted that out, and absolutely amazing. So there we go. That was Raw. I do like to walk through that and kind of get everyone on the same page. Okay, Nikki, 13 hours ago, said you brought us all together. Heart, circle, heart. Family I have longed for so long. And then it has got the top hat emoji. So I do think this was aimed at Uncle Howdy. I think it could have been aimed at Bray as well. Definitely feels like it was one of, if not both of those, that tweet was intended for. Word of Wrestling said the family she longed for so long. Some beautiful words from Nikki Cross. This is special to me. Please wear it. I got tagged in this loads, and it's understandable why. Quite a moment here as Rowan gives the sheep's mask to a kid in the crowd.
Very special to me. Please wear it. You stand up with them? Stand up.
Look at that moment.
Very special to me. Please wear it.
This is very special to me. Please. In all fairness to the kid, he does put it on, but I think as soon as Rowan was talking to his dad, he kind of took it back off again. So Rowan just like held it up there instead. So this moment here, it's an amazing moment, isn't it? Eric Rowan gifted his mask to a fan at a live event in Chicago. So Dean, thank you. Little bit of a fan, thank you. I actually haven't watched this, you know. This is the full footage of Nikki having some fun with the inflatable stuff. The 1 minute clip of Nikki having fun with the inflatables. Oh, so the penguin was fine. What happens to the penguin? When I saw the penguin, it was all deflated. Okay, so there's Gacy, there's Nikki. Are they waiting? Oh, she goes over. She grabs him. Oh, does she? Why does she do that? She brings it over. Rowan's like, no, you're not having that. Put it back. Come on, we're going. Oh, and then she grabs it. Holds it up. The crowd cheer. Come on. I only saw the tail end of that then. Right, got you. And then Princess Q-Tap Itch. Paul Ellering, brothers and sisters, all glory and honor to the cross. People saying about how this is... Oh, it's Black Mass Design. Love Black Mass Design. So this has got like Turtles kind of vibe to it, which is really cool. So that was taken and sent by Paul Ellering. So yeah, Black Mass Design, congrats. I didn't realise you was behind this. So very, very cool. So there we go. That was the Wyatt's folder. Not loads in there. Obviously with the big story being that Final Showdown on the way. We don't know when that is though. Probably in a few weeks' time. Certainly not being advertised for next week. But we know that Raw is about to go to 3 hours, so we are going to have more time to play with now. Yeah, some frustrating news with this. So I had a couple of people get in touch. I Am the Colour Red was the first that I saw. He said, this is promotion for an upcoming film. You lose, you die. Charlotte plays Miss Perfect. Didn't even know she was in a film. There's nothing about this that kind of says it's to do with a film. There's no hashtags. If you read the comments, no one's talking about a film. So honestly, really disappointing. Really disappointing because as I said earlier, this was taking us in a direction I was really not expecting us to go. I'd heard rumors that she was going to come back. She was going to be like the Dark Queen. And this was just not kind of connecting with that. So I was really excited by this because I was like, this is interesting. Surveillance, tracking, spying. Like I was like, this is taking us down roads I wasn't expecting. But we do know Charlotte is meant to be getting some new presentations. So yeah, I was really excited. So it's disappointing to find out that actually it seems like it's connecting with the new movie project that she's working on. But I wanted to make sure you guys were up to speed with the latest information. So I Am the Colour Red, thank you. Fade said NXT is interested in signing La Hydra after her contract with AAA is up. So here's some footage of La Hydra. So there we go. Apparently this girl is someone that NXT is very interested in bringing in. Not sure why. Not sure what it is about La Hydra that NXT has noticed that has grabbed their interest. But yeah, well, there we go. Cody will split between Raw and SmackDown when it goes to Netflix. Cody Rhodes expected to split his time between both Raw and SmackDown when we go to the Netflix era. I've got to think eventually he's just going to be on one brand. Doesn't really feel workable that he does that for the foreseeable future. But, okay, in the short term, certainly looks like he's going to do that. So, Word of Wrestling, thank you. Luke, shout out to you. John Cena looks to have brought back the buzz cut for his final run. So this is like a latest image of John. And honestly, I think that would be a really good move. I think him going back to the buzz cut would be a really good move. Like for this final run. I think people would really appreciate that. So yeah, and it's looking pretty good, isn't it? I mean, we don't know what's under the hat, but certainly the sides are looking like old school Cena, so awesome. And Mackenzie, thank you. The December 31st episode of NXT, so tomorrow or later today, whenever you're watching this, will be available on YouTube in some regions, but not all. Some regions, the episode will be on YouTube. Other regions, the episode will be on Netflix. So it just depends where you are. I'm not sure about the UK. I was under the impression it would be YouTube. I was under the impression it would be the same as Saturday night's main event, but there's actually been very little communication on that. This is due to the new agreement between WWE and Netflix, which will see some content, including NXT, stream exclusively on Netflix in certain regions. To find out if the episode will be on YouTube in your region, you can check the WWE NXT YouTube channel closer to the air date. So go to the YouTube channel. Hopefully we should have better information tomorrow or later today, whenever you're watching this. And if it's there, then obviously you can watch it. If it's not, then in your region, it might just be that it's on Netflix. Because, of course, this day, the 31st of December, is the last day of the WWE network for many regions. By the time NXT airs, like, you know, not everywhere is going to still have access to the network. So just something to be aware of. Little bit confusing, I understand. But, you know, we'll get there. It'll make sense once we get closer to NXT. Right, Raymond, congrats. Got a like from Sonia Deville. NJ94 said, this was my daughter's reaction to being in your video. She couldn't believe it. She was so happy. Now she's going to go around and telling everyone that she's the tribal chief. And now we got to do what she says. That is true, actually. You do have to do whatever the tribal chief says. So she has actually got a lot of power now in that household. In many ways, that's her house. So loving that. And actually, do you know what? I don't look too bad on a TV screen. I don't look too bad on a TV screen. I mean, all right, maybe I've not paused it at a great moment there, but there we go. Acknowledged. That's your house now. Right, Dexter, can I be part of the community? Absolutely. Look at this, Dexter getting a follow from the Jumping Bomb Angels. TJF just sent so much stuff through. I just cherry-picked a couple of items. Spent the whole weekend bidding on some wrestling items. Check this one out. Look at that. Signed Bray Wyatt. Isn't that so cool? Certificate of authentication. There we go. So amazing. There was another one as well. I think, was it up here I saw? Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So the best there is, he's got lovely handwriting, hasn't he? Best there ever will be Bret the Hitman Hart. Lovely items. I thought they were great. So TJF, well done. Real wrestling fan, shout out to you, my friend, said Christmas present. My twins as the world tag champs, Bryson and Tyson, and Cecil as WWE champions. So there we go. Look at that. Plenty of gold in that household. And hey, look, I can see some potential here Is this a glimpse into the future? Yeah. Very, very cool. Look at that. Very cool. So, real wrestling fan, shout out to you. Sikoa said, what beautiful emotion a woman makes. Oh, my dear Angelina, watching you shed tears to see our family for the holiday tour was priceless. It reaches inside your beating heart. Now our family and the WWE Universe has our attention as we work together. So we looked at this the other day. Sikoa, shout out to you, my friends. God, I'm trying to get it a bit more. Can I even get it down? I think you might have hacked into my computer. There we go. There we go. We've got it down. And let's have a look at this, shall we?
It's time.
Read the second page. Shall I
there's another page.
read off the second page and tell us who's going to be there?
WWE returns to the Gardens for their annual holiday tour. Damian Priest versus the Ring General, Gunther. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's an insane match. Seth Rollins versus Dominik Mysterio.
Yep.
Plus CM Punk, Rey Mysterio, The New Day, LA Knight, The Miz, and many more. And the Wyatt Sicks.
I wondered what they were waiting for. I thought it might be. No.
I hope you're happy. We hope you're happy.
Look at the Wyatt Sicks.
That's what did it, wasn't it? It was the Wyatt Sicks. I thought that might be what she was waiting for. That was very cool. That was very cool. Although, Sikoa, you do still terrify me. I am a little bit worried that you're going to start invading my nightmares. Jimmy, shout out to you, said it's official. Look at that, a follow from the Jumping Bomb Angels. That's what you need. That's what everyone needs. ATK3 said a double whammy. Look at that, a like from the goat and a like from another goat. Just goats everywhere. It's like a flipping farm. Right. Jess, shout out to you. Not only did I get a follow from the Jumping Bomb Angels, but the greatest female United States champion of all time acknowledged me. Look at that. Getting a like from Chelsea Green. Bradley got a follow from the Jumping Bomb Angels as well. I love how this has become a thing. Love this. And Angie said, hopefully this will make it into the community folder. First photo is me with Buff Bagwell and Saturn way back in 2004. I also got to meet AJ Styles and Umaga. I wish I still had those pictures. The second is Kathy Kelly pre-WWE on AfterBuzz TV. Oh, right. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's amazing, but all the way back in 2004, 20 years ago. Crazy. Doesn't time fly? Doesn't it fly? Right, what else do we need to do? Let's make sure we're on top of everything. I think it's just fun and other. Fun and other. And then I think we've got everything done. New Year's Eve in my 20s. New Year's Eve in my 30s. New Year's Eve in my... I can't relate to that. I'm 21, so I'm still here. But yeah, I've seen other old boomers kind of go that way. So, Dave, thank you. WrestleLamia said, this is my brutality. So, she does that well, doesn't she? Fair play. Fair play. I don't want to play it too much, you know. TJF1983 said, wow, Hitman Dark Rum. Limited edition Dark Rum. There's only 100 left, but this was before Christmas. Limited, I don't know if it's actually signed, but you do get a card that's got Bret the Hitman Hart on, so I don't know if it's printed or if it's signed, but the packaging looks great. And that card looks awesome. Just a lovely item, really, for a wrestling fan. Really cool. Right, I'm going to try and play this and see if we get away with it. Cody and Punk sing 22 by Taylor Swift. And they sing it badly.
Yeah! Happy, free, confused, and lonely in the best way. It's miserable and magical. Oh, yeah! Tonight's the night when we forget about the heartbreaks. It's time. Uh-oh.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. And everything will be all right if you keep me next to you.
That's not as cringe, is it, actually? He's kind of... He knows what not to do. He knows not to go down the same road that Cody went down. And so he's actually talking it instead. He's done well there. Cody, not so much. Tea Time Danger, thank you. Right, Sam, the New Day gifted a fan some coal at tonight's live event.
What is it? Drum roll, please. Open it up now.
Here we go.
Here we go. Pull it up.
Here we go.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Show everybody. Yes. You see? I use a lump of gold. Yeah.
Pass them out. Do you remember when they were giving pancakes? Ungrateful.
Drum roll, please.
That's really good, isn't it? That's really good. I don't know why people hate the New Day. They're so giving. Right, yeah, just a bit of sad news. There are not loads in here, but ex-WWE superstar Eva Marie files for divorce. So I said that during the live stream. Really sorry to hear that. I was never a fan of Eva Marie in the ring, but certainly don't want to see her going through divorce and all of that. So wish her all the best. Right, just thanks now. So Jay Omega, thank you, my friend. Jang Tae Sang, really appreciate it. Raymond, thank you. Word of Wrestling, thank you, my friends. Dean, shout out to you. Did this go in the wrong one, Dean? I got a like from the Jumping Bomb Angels. Amazing. I think this just went in the wrong one. So Dean, shout out to you. But wrestling's biggest fan, thank you, my friends. Patrick Smith, thank you. It is worth mentioning we did drop an unseen earlier in the day because obviously my weekend I had the family round, so we are back to normal now. But some of you may not have seen this one. Obviously ignored the Charlotte thing now because we've had an update on that, but still plenty of great stuff in that video. Real Wrestling Fan, thank you. It's stacked. BreedTube, thank you, my friends. Michael, appreciate it, buds. Ian, thank you. Bradley, thank you, buds. Sweet Chin Wrestling, really appreciate it. And Big C said, I would love to be in one of your videos. It would mean the world to me. Consider it done, Big C. Consider it done. So there we go. Thank you for the support. Really do appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow for our NXT watch along. And of course, I'll have another Unseen. Bye for now.